Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Tandag City in Surigao del Sur is starting to feel the impact of Typhoon Odette. To give us the latest, we have Jem Avancenia joining us live from on the ground in Tandag City. Jem, hi. How's the situation there?
Sean, Typhoon Odette continues to pour heavy rains coupled with strong winds here in Tandag City. Huge waves crashed the coastal areas. In residential areas, some roofs were also ripped off due to the strong wind from Typhoon Odette. Some motorists also struggled in driving due to the current weather condition. Fishermen already placed their boats along the road to avoid damage caused by the huge waves. Some 3,500 families living along the coastal and flood-prone barangays have already been evacuated from their homes. Mayor Roxanne Pimentel said they want to ensure the safety of residents, especially that their city is prone to flash floods. Recall that Tandag City was flooded last February due to Typhoon Odette. Sean, authorities continue to monitor the river here in Tandag City due to heavy rains. But as of this moment, there has been no report of areas being flooded. And just a quick update, Typhoon Odette has made a second landfall in the vicinity of the Nagat Islands. But before that, it made a landfall in Surigao Island in Surigao del Norte. Sean?
Thank you so much for that update, and stay safe to you and your team out there, Jem. Thank you. Residents in Iligan City are preparing for Typhoon Odette. The water level has started to rise in the Abuno and Tubod rivers from heavy rains brought by the typhoon. Establishments have suspended work until tomorrow in anticipation of more rains. And one party list group for nurses has given up on joining the 2022 elections. The Nurses United Party List was one of the 107 groups disallowed by the COMELEC to register for the polls. But first nominee Maristela Abenojar said they won't be contesting the matter before the Supreme Court. Abenojar added that they received the true copy of the COMELEC's decision on their motion for reconsideration too late. The COMELEC had already raffled off the order of appearance of party list groups on the official ballots. The nominee also accused the COMELEC of insincerity in carrying out its mandate to include only legitimate party list groups. The COMELEC earlier said that several party lists were delisted due to defective applications. Senatorial candidate Gibo Teodoro says the government must invest in the Navy and Air Force considering the Philippines' archipelagic geography. In an interview with Agenda, Teodoro said the country's defense spending falls way behind that of other countries. Aside from investing in the naval and air forces, Teodoro says the armed forces as a whole should also upgrade its cybersecurity capabilities to counter threats in cyberspace.
I'd like to see more investments actually on our naval and Air Force resources. But then again, I have to state that our cyber capabilities must be built up maybe even faster than the two traditional services, no? Because these are really the looming and emerging threats.
In COVID news, the Health Department logged 289 new COVID-19 infections today. This is the 7th straight day of infections, coming in below 500 daily. The total caseload is now at above 2.8 million, some 10,000 of which are still active. 9 duplicates were removed from the total count. The virus killed at least 47 more patients, bringing the death toll to almost 50,500. 40 fatalities were reclassified from recoveries. Meanwhile, survivors are now at 2.7 million, with 380 new recoveries overnight. 179 of those came from the case count after validation. Less than 1% of the 37,000 total tests recently conducted for this bulletin yielded positive results. 3 laboratories were not able to submit data. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The COMELEC Second Division is asking both parties in the petition challenging Bongbong Marcos's candidacy to submit their memoranda in 5 days. The division also dismissed the motion of the petitioners to subpoena documents related to Marcos Jr.'s tax conviction case from the Bureau of Internal Revenue and the Quezon City Trial Court. The vaccine expert panel will recommend to the FDA a shorter interval between initial vaccine doses and booster shots. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said the panel will issue its recommendation next week to cut the time frame from 6 months to at least 3 months. Panel members earlier warned that shortening the interval between doses could have a negative impact on vaccine efficacy. And Miss Universe Philippines 2021, Beatriz Luigi Gomez is back in Manila after her top 5 finish in the pageant. Gomez came home to a Marine's welcome and was promoted to Reservist Sergeant of the Philippine Navy. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.